On January 8th, 2025, very early on into the new year, Sac State's president, Dr. Luke Wood, announced that they would be going FBS very, very soon. Ever since that announcement has been made, it has left the college football world waiting and watching to see where they would end up. But now, almost 2 months has gone by since that statement was made, and questions are beginning to be asked. Statements are starting to be made, and it's beginning to look like Sac State may not be joining the FBS this year. Let's go back and look at the timeline of things that were announced and see just how Sac State got in the position that they're in currently. On September 26, 2024, Sacramento State announced that they will be building a new football and multi-use stadium. This was described as a move that would take the athletic game experiences to a new level at Sacramento State by President Dr. Luke Wood. This announcement coincided with another announcement that made big-time headlines at Sacramento State. Sacramento State then announced that they had raised $50 million in NIL funding. Now, following this, questions started to circulate about the nature of the NIL funding. Were those commitments? Was that physical dollars that they had within their NIL collective? Nobody really knew. What people did know is that this seemed to be a sign that Sacramento State was gearing up for a move of some sorts. Well, soon after that, the football season concluded, and on December 6, 2025, Andy Thompson decided to resign as the head football coach of Sacramento State and take the co-defensive coordinator job at Stanford, reuniting with his former head coach. Following this announcement from Andy Thompson, the coaching search began at Sacramento State. A few weeks into this search, Sacramento State landed on UNLV offensive coordinator Brennan Marion. But what also accompanied Brandon Marion to Sacramento State was a wave of FBS transfers and dropdowns. This would once again bring up the rumors that Sacramento State was gearing up for a change, potentially to the FBS level. How on earth are they able to get former 5-stars to commit to Sacramento State? Not a super popular FCS destination. There must be something else in the works. On January 8th, Dr. Luke Wood would shed some much needed light on the situation for everybody on the outside wondering what's going on.
Stadium, basically you're going to start to see renovations to the stadium this upcoming season. You'll already see some things. That's going to be updating what we have in place, and then you're going to start to see the actual build out of the new stadium beginning the following year. So we're talking about fast timeline. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, is this happening in like 2030, 2029? Like, what is it? No, this is happening now. Like, we're doing it. And we got a good plan of action in terms of getting there.
Just the moving from FBS to FBS, is there any update with that? Is it strictly Pac-12 and Mountain West, or are we looking at all in other conferences?
Oh, we got some exciting stuff coming, but I can't announce it yet.
Okay.
But within the next several weeks, you're going to hear some stuff that we got cooking. I will just say this. The community wants us to be FBS. We will be FBS, and we will be FBS very soon.
Following this announcement, this would be the confirmation that people were looking for as to whether Sac State was going FBS or not. I mean, come on. The president announced that they're going to the FBS level. What other confirmation do you need? After this announcement, Dr. Luke Wood would post several tweets giving more light on what a move to the FBS would look like for Sacramento State. Now, although he didn't speak about what was said during the meeting, on January 31st, 2025, Dr. Luke Wood announced that he had spoken to NCAA President Charlie Baker, which, to a lot of people on the outside, seems like a step in the right direction of a school looking to move up to the FBS level. Despite all the announcements made by Dr. Luke Wood throughout the process of Sac State looking to join the FBS, there would be one newsletter and one statement in particular from that newsletter that would leave a lot of FCS fans wondering if Sac State truly is going to be joining the FBS. In early February, a Pac-12 executive was quoted saying, "Sacramento State is not an option. Get it out of your mind." This completely refutes what Dr. Luke Wood said in early January about Sacramento State joining the FBS. That is, unless the Pac-12 was not the FBS destination for Sac State. Obviously, there's been no light shed on this situation since. The world is still waiting. And lastly, on February 19, 2025, Dr. Luke Wood announced that a move to the FBS had been approved and endorsed by their Student Athletic Advisory Committee at Sacramento State. He went on to explain that this committee is made up of athletes from the 21 athletic teams at Sacramento State. He also went on to explain that the Sac State ASI has approved a funding mechanism to support the cost of transition to FBS. Basically, he was highlighting that there are further steps being put into place to put us at the FBS level. Everything is on track. That only leaves one question. Does Dr. Luke Wood know what he's talking about? Or does that executive know what he's talking about? Or do they both know what they're talking about? Is Sac State going FBS, just not the Pac-12? Or is Sac State looking to go Pac-12 and the Pac-12 is telling them that they don't want them? Either way, some more light needs to be shed on this situation so that people can understand where will Sac State be playing football at in 2025. You guys let me know what you guys think about the Sac State situation. Do you guys think they're going FBS? Do you think Dr. Luke Wood jumped the gun? Or do you think it's just a work in progress? You guys let me know down below, and I will catch you guys next time.